Hello everybody! We have a very special video here today because with me is Red Zone Rogue, TCG content creator. You can find all his links in the description. Cal, how are you today, brother?
I am doing fantastic. How are you, Igni?
I'm doing great because this video is about to be a platinum banger. So what we're doing is, Cal is very well versed in the TCG Grand Archive, but I am not. So, as a Shadowverse caster, commentator, content creator, and Cal, all of those things, but for Grand Archive, we thought it'd be a fun idea to see how accurate I can guess whether or not these cards are good, bad, mid, and it'll be fun to see if I'm right or if I'm really wrong. So shall we get into it?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Let's do it. But guys, first make sure to like the video and subscribe. It really does help out. If you're new to Grand Archive, I just want to let you know the elevator pitch, as I've been told it's kind of like Magic the Gathering if it had a card fight Vanguard ride line. But of course the rules go deeper than that, but like just for reference's sake for people who are unfamiliar. All right, let's get into the first card here. Now I want to say, as you're getting that ready, we did record this earlier, but the file got corrupted or something, so this is our second attempt at this.
Yeah, we got some different cards here. A pretty nice range, and here's the first one, sending it over. It's really cute.
Ooh, okay, so Rococo Explosive Maven. I don't know if you played Vanguard. This looks like a Lyrical Monasterio card to me.
Lyrical is my deck in Vanguard, so that makes sense.
Hey, there you go, brother. On enter, if your influence is 4 or less, deal 2 damage to target champion. Influence is the number of cards in your hand and memory. For people who are unaware, the way you pay for stuff is by putting cards from your hand into your memory zone. So with this, if you're an aggressive deck and you spam all your guys, this is a 1-cost deal 2. That seems okay for like an aggro fire deck, maybe. Also, if you're materializing from your memory zone, then your influence gets decreased at the start of the turn because you're materializing some. So you can level up your champion. So basically you can banish cards from your memory zone from your previous turn to materialize something. That's how the Grand Archive memory system works. I'm gonna say it's good. Lock it in. 1 mana, deal 2 damage. That's gotta be good. Fire, it's I assume an aggro class or a burn class. It's gotta be, given the elemental significance there. Let's lock it in. This one's good.
Okay. Yeah, so this card is not only good, it is insanely good.
Let's go!
Yeah, this is insane value. It's a 1-drop, which is really rare in Grand Archive. And in Grand Archive, everything that you control can attack immediately when you play it. But not only that, it is amplified more with the Assassin class and Poison Dagger, which deals damage to your opponent. Anytime that damage would be dealt to them, it deals an extra point of damage. So with Poison Dagger, this is a 1 for 5. It's really good, yeah.
Wait, that's awesome! It says unique ally there, so I guess you can only have 1 on the field at a time. Is that right?
Yep. If you're familiar with like Magic and Legends, it's pretty much the same.
Ah, gotcha. And also, it says Ranger, but it doesn't have to be played with a Ranger champion, right?
Correct. Yeah, this is best played currently in Assassin. Next up, so we went from a really cute, actually scary card to kind of a hey, no spoilers, Uther, Illustrious King, unique ally, and it's a Luxem card. So in Grand Archive, you get access to the normal element and the basic element that you start with your level 0. So you unlock normal and one of the basic elements, but then if you level up your champion over the course of the game, you can unlock an advanced element at the very end, and Luxem is one of those. Am I correct? Yep.
This would be a very late game card then, I imagine. 4/4/4, Intercept and Vigor. So Intercept means you can block an attack. It's exactly the same as Vanguard Intercept, I guess.
It's a little different. So like what it does is you can only block attacks that are directly at your champion. You can't block attacks that are to your other allies. Yeah.
And Vigor means that it doesn't tap, right? When it attacks or blocks or something like that?
Sort of. What it means is that it stands back up at the end of your turn. So it's virtually like that, but it's a little different, yeah.
So on enter, you may rest Uther. Oh, but then it gets back up. So you can still do retaliating damage. Yep. Yeah. When you do, banish another non-champion object. Ooh, does that count allies?
Yeah, so that's basically anything on the field. Allies, regalia, anything except for champion.
Okay. On leave, return the banished object to the field under its owner's control rested. It eats it, and then when it dies, it comes back.
Yep.
Let me think. Okay, number 1. It's a very late game card because you have to level up to level 3 to unlock Luxem in the first place. But it is not that expensive at 4? I mean, it's a little expensive, but like if you're a controlling deck, you can probably build up the resources for this and then you just play this. It's an instant removal tool. But the stats are not that good. But you can play it alongside something else. Ooh, this is a tough. You picked a hard one for the second one. Let's say because it's not super heavy like some other cards I assume are. I mean, if 4 is the top end, I don't know how this game is played at all. I'm gonna say, let's say it's good. Lock it in.
I'm gonna give you the point. I think this card is just okay. It's not like a 4 of in your deck, right? It's like maybe a 1 or 2 of, like a sideboard card. And he's mostly there to like targetedly remove very specific, hard to remove things. That's basically what he's used for.
Should we give myself a half point for that, I guess?
This next card's kind of crazy. For Shadowverse players, this might look like a spell boost card.
What the? 15 cost? Okay. Yeah. Advent of the Stormcaller. Dude is doing a spirit bomb, bro. Lend him your energy.
Yeah, dude.
Class bonus efficiency. What does that mean, first of all?
Efficiency means this card is reduced in cost by your champion's level. And you can increase your champion's level by various effects, going up to, you know, however high you can make it. From
the last video we did that is lost to time, I know that there's a card that can increase your level based on red cards in your grave, I think. Is that right? I don't even remember. It was a while ago. Maybe if you play a red mage that levels up into arcane. That seems really niche. Okay, let me read the rest of the effect. Reveal the top level cards of your deck. You may banish any amount of arcane elements from among them. For each card banished this way, choose a unit, deal 2 to it, put the rest of the revealed cards on top or bottom of your deck in any order. Wait, so you have to have a deck full of arcane element, which is an advanced element. This seems so meme, bro. I just can't. It's 15 cost. There's no way this is good. Am I tripping? This has got to be super bad. Or like a meme. I'm locking it in.
Dude, that's really good instinct. This is currently, at least, kind of a meme, right?
Let's go. I knew it. 15 cost. Great. Get out of here!
I think the big kicker is they have another card very similar to this that just does 11 damage. Like it has efficiency, a really high cost, and all it does is 11 damage. And in the arcane deck, play that card twice and kill them.
Let's get into the next one. That's 2.5 points. Let's go!
Let's do this one here.
Ooh! I see in the bottom left there a proxy card. Can you explain Proxy's Vault real quick? It's one of the coolest things about Grand Archive to me.
Proxy's Vault's really cool, and it's something that I've never seen any other physical card game do. Proxy's Vault is essentially a set of cards that they release that players are able to proxy, right? And they release these cards in order to help shift the meta. It's one of their ways to help balance the game without just straight up banning cards. Even though this sounds like all the cards are good, not all of the Proxy's Vault cards are good. So I'm just gonna put that out there.
Suspicious. Okay. Well, first of all, this is a material deck card. You can tell by the blue mana in the top left instead of the yellow. So it means you banish cards from your memory zone to play this at the beginning of your turn. And also it's a regalia, right? So you can only have one of these. As long as each player controls a water element champion, you may activate this card from your material deck by still playing its costs. So even outside of the materialization phase, you can do this?
Correct. That's exactly what it means.
Whenever your champion levels up, deal 4 damage to target champion you don't control. Oh my god. Pay 5 to banish this to draw 2 cards.
The yellow number is memory cost. So you put 5 cards into your memory.
Okay, maybe I'm going too inside baseball on this, but like since it's a proxy card, I'm like assuming they printed this to make water mirrors like less stalematey, less annoying maybe. I don't know. That's my guess. And I know that in Grand Archive, drawing cards is very good because you get the cards from your memory zone back, and then that's basically just more mana you have on your next turn. Well, it only costs 1 to materialize. You can play it no matter what, even if it's not a water mirror. It's just that with the material thing, you can play 2 regalias in 1 turn, right?
Yeah.
1 cost every time you level up each turn, deal 4 damage to the enemy seems really good, and then you also draw 2 cards out of it. Like, I know that you said that not all proxy cards are good, and I don't know if that's a hint, but I really think this looks good to me. I'm just gonna go with my instinct.
Yeah, no, this card is like insanely good. This is a meta-defining card.
You actually tried to debate me so hard.
I just wanted to say there are some Proxy's Vault cards that aren't great, that do not see play. This one, if you're playing water, you play this card 1000%. It is insanely powerful. It's even better than it looks because another card in Grand Archive exists called Dungeon Guide that lets you level up outside of your materialization phase. So you can actually have turns where you just dome your opponent for 8 out of nowhere and just kill them.
You can ride skip in this game. I always forget about that.
I chose the final card for a couple reasons. One, the art is really cute, and the second part is it's a really interesting card either way. So I'm just gonna send it.
Oh, I actually opened this one, but I had no idea what it did. Freydis, Master Tactician, class bonus. So if your champion is a ranger, at the beginning of your recollection phase, put a tactic counter on Freydis, glimpse X, where X is the amount of tactic counters on her. Remove 3 for the rest of the game. Ranger units control are always distant. Wait, what is distant? What is distant, first of all?
So distant is just a state that just is like your ally or unit is either distant or not distant, and other cards care about that. Like if they're distant, do a thing, or they have a ranged mechanic, or they get plus attack if they're distant.
I see. Okay.
And distant usually only lasts for a single turn.
Oh, but this one is always. Okay. Well, there must be other ranger cards that like do something like, oh, pick a distant card, give it plus 10 billion or something. Or, you know, something like that. That's my thinking. Glimpse is like scry, right? Basically?
Exactly.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, 2 cost 1/2 is kind of weenie stats, I guess. But 3 turns to get the effect. That feels like a long time. If Freydis dies, you can't transfer the counters to another Freydis, right? Or like it's only on the body.
Correct.
Any burn damage can just kill Freydis then? The payoff must be insane. But the fact that it's like a so low health, it's also at the beginning of your recollection phase, right? So if you end your turn, they can just kill this the next turn, and then like, what are you doing? My question is, in my mind, how good is the distant payoff for 1? And how well can you protect Freydis for 2? I don't know the answer to that. I can't imagine this is good though, just because of the stat line and all the obstacles in the way to make this good. It's bad. Lock it in. It's bad.
You did really well. So yeah, this card, it's not really played. It's I don't want to straight up say bad, but it's not great. It's not great. You basically hit the nail on the head. The second effect is quite strong. There are a lot of like units that have high range stats on them that if they're distant, they get crazy attack bonuses. But she just dies.
Oh, that was hard. I feel like there's some of these that I definitely could have got wrong. I did not know at all if Freydis is good. I just saw the stats being so low and I was like, there's no way. That was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for picking the cards out.